Round two, definitely a keep. Good looking hand. Adept into Entangler into Throne at worst. And now we get to go Adept into Entangler into Crasher, which is significantly better. Opponent goes Skirmisher go. Okay. Let's get our own Entangler down. Get in with Menace. And pass. Alright. Okay. That's cool. So... The Crasher's not quite as good here because it'll end up trading with the... Well, they're missing their land drop. I see. Okay, we're just going to attack with both. I'm willing to trade an Adept for the top end of a Skirmisher, especially if they're missing their land drop. And we'll exert our Entangler so they have to double block to kill it and lose both their guys. This is fine. This seems like a fine trade to me. They have to pay 4 mana to get it back. We lost a 1-2. No biggie. Okay. So they found their third land. And they're just cycling now. Okay, so perhaps a cycling build of some sort. Could be. Fourth land is very good. Let's play the Crasher. Although I could play the Manticore, huh? No, we go Crasher because we just get 6 points of damage in, and then Manticore is probably best served as a finisher at this point. So get him for 6 points of damage. And the Throne of the God Pharaoh is still going to look good with all this exert too, remember. Maybe this is like the optimal build for Throne of the God Pharaoh. We definitely established that white is not the color you really want to play Throne with because of all the Vigilance creatures, but yeah, any of decks with a lot of exert seem like they're really good with it. And I do like the idea of like Slitherblade with Throne of the God Pharaoh as well. I'm trying to find where it's best. So maybe it's sort of like a red-blue deck. It could be like a red-blue Slitherblade deck. Could look pretty cool there. Okay. Magma Spray. Let's, Huh. I'm just going to spray the Skirmisher. That way I don't have to exert the Entangler. Okay. So, we just get in with Minotaur now and play the Throne of the God Pharaoh. And they should be pretty much toast next turn. Yeah, with the Heart Piercer Manticore, that's definitely going to be the case. Okay. Opponent concedes. So they have multiple Skirmishers, which I guess does make Blazing Volley a little bit better. But there's nothing I really want to cut for it. Our deck is actually very tight. I mean, I guess you can drop a creature pretty easily, like an Inciter. But just for some Skirmishers, Blazing Volley doesn't strike me as a super exciting card to bring in just for, a couple 2/1s. Maybe if I saw more, I'd be more apt to do it. Okay. So we definitely have to mulligan this. This one we're going to keep. And I guess we'll keep the Inciter on top. It's better than a land. And it sets up all of our other creatures as well. It's pretty optimal turn 1 play, I would say. It's where it's at its best at the very least. Okay, True Heart Twins. It's also good. So we're not going to play around Splendid Agony. And if they are even thinking about an Essence Scatter, that might be an indication that might want to play around it. We'll see. Okay, Doomed Dissenter is fine. I guess we don't need to attack in Dissenter. Flameblade Adept is not bad. They do have their Essence Scatter mana up. I guess we'll attack with the Mummy. Alright, so they're going to get some 2/2s out of this, but basically, I still feel okay about this because we would have had to cash these dudes out anyway. Basically, I think it's worth it. I think half of why that card's good is because of stuff like that, where they can just block. So getting rid of that seems fine. I really want them to play Essence Scatter. It just seems so obvious that they have it. But it's going to be more and more challenging to play around it, too, as the game goes on. And it just seems like because of the pauses that it's pretty likely that they have it. Now, if they attack with the zombies, do I double block? That seems a bit dangerous, but it would make it so I guess if they had like a trick or something, they could still potentially leave up Essence Scatter, so okay, no attacks, which is good, but they're leaving up all their mana. Well, I mean, I really want to resolve these. I think we're gonna play around Essence Scatter. It just seems too likely that they have it, and if we could get lucky enough to play around it, that would be ideal. Or just have them use it on a different creature other than our best ones, because if we can get back-to-back turns of True Heart Twins, I feel like we just can't lose, because +4/+0 is just too good. But they may force our hand. Yeah, they're kind of forcing it so we have to play into the Essence Scatter, which I don't like, but we may just not have a choice here. So I guess I can attack with the Adept. Basically, I'm trading a brute strength for and a flame blade adept for 2 zombies. It actually does seem worth it. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to play around that essence scatter. I think it's, like I said, it's getting more and more difficult. I guess I was just hoping to basically have a different creature to play into it. I may just need to play the True Heart Twins now. I'm not sure I have a choice. I've just it's gotten too late to play around it. So I'll play it. We're gonna play into the first Essence Scatter. Hopefully they don't have 2. Hopefully I don't have the Essence Scatter and the cancel too. But like I said, I don't have a choice. It's disappointing. It sucks, especially when you know it's there. But like I said, at a certain point, it actually just becomes impossible to play around Essence Scatter. They're ahead on the board, so they don't need to do anything. So it's not going to be possible to play around it. All right. Well, now I'm kind of glad I have an Insider in my hand to get rid of. Okay. That's fine, actually. Next turn, we can do some pretty brutal stuff with this Crasher. We double exert. All of our guys are going to get +2/+0, which probably adds up to possibly lethal. 3, 6, 12. Yeah, it's definitely lethal. We do require all 4 creatures hitting to be lethal, though, which I just noticed. That's fine, though. Alright, well, that's going to make things a little more difficult, unfortunately. I think we could actually win if we ripped a Nefcrop and Nefcrop and Tangler. We actually win. Oh my gosh. Watch this. This is so crazy. This is insane. This is going to be so nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. And this really is why True Heart Twins are so good. It's just absurd how much damage we're dealing. Yeah. Pretty cool. Especially since we basically had to rip this or bust. But I mean, we do have 3 of them, so it wasn't like the worst odds ever. But still, that was pretty lucky that we got it. Pretty cool. Because I don't even think there's anything else that would have done it. Yeah, there really wasn't. There was nothing else that we could have gotten, I don't think. Because we needed that extra pump from the True Heart Twins. But look at that. That's just so good. +3/+0 to your whole team. It's so nuts. All right, we'll see you in the finals.